Hello, ciao, hola, my name's TP, and welcome back to RIMWORLD. For those who are yet to judge me,
you didn't get the degree in common sense or smarts.
We had dramatically met our end last episode, overwhelmed by betrayal and eldritch horrors galore. H.P. Lovecraft would have been given a truly happy ending if he were to witness the final chapter of our previous colony's story. But alas, he would have to be content with the horrors of his own fiction and family pet names. Swiftly moving on, let's take a quick step into that endless abyss once more, and get away quickly from topics that YouTube definitely wouldn't appreciate. According to the script I wrote for this episode, first section had to be, and I quote, "Fast-paced beginning please, Peter. Fast word, fast-paced, something Dominic Toretto, family." Ooh, watch out, Jason Statham's here to kill Han. But Jason Statham's an android constructed by the same mushroom head who repairs Genos in order to run up market prices against their competitor. You guessed it, Evil Pikachu.
What happened?
Oh yeah, and to kill Han. Okay, you ready? I finished building bedroom 3 and 4, moved the primitive wall so I could begin building bedroom 5 and 6, but only after I denied a quest that I'd probably be quite interested in if I made it far enough into the game to even have a taste of fighting the Empire. Finished building bedroom 5 and 6, turned down the audio, set the floors for the bedrooms to match the other buildings, chopped wood for said flooring, wished Tiger was more like Tony and acted more frosty around pain, harvested berries and heelroot, tried to rescue Waldo, did rescue Waldo, but he wasn't thankful enough. In an emotional response akin to a rebound, I started attempting to mass replace our possible emu friend. Probably for the best anyway, since I'm allergic to feathers. I built the Great Eastern Wall, capable of keeping out all kinds of fire-based ghouls and gobbles. The buffer state, designated home for our new rebounds would look amazing here. Waldo was finally given a lesson on manners and respect, and the thought of death reminded me I had not yet planted anti-death goodness, so I made sure that began. In addition, I constructed the Shrine of the Stars so we could do what all religions do best, indoctrinate into one truth. And to those who disagree, well, that's a job for a historian, not your smooth-brained narrator. During this, I changed the setting, making the real time of recording visible. For no other reason, I assumed that to show off how horrendous my sleeping schedule is. As soon as the shrine was complete, the colony gathered to receive ideological roles from their simulated reality overlord. The game tried to play upon my heartstrings by making me give up my precious silver to some people in need, thinking that because there was a child there, I would be more likely to hand over my doubloons. Randy clearly was not aware of the barbaric squabble that make up at least 75% of the youth in Northern England, so I honestly had no issues pretending that the two people were just more figures conjured up by my funny brain. I drastically increased the fire hazard around camp, twice over actually, but to have many trees in our rooms was too tempting not to have. Hajuka of the Poilock Coalition came to warn us about our ignorance to fire safety, but they were clearly no peaceful protesters, because Pigman from Saw came with the gat, a little far from the conventional injection of the no-no juice.
Gear up. We're going in. Remove any doubts in your head. It's us or them. Oh, crap. Get back. Enemy spotted. Bingo, bango, bongo, bish, bash, bosh.
Her oink was far larger than her combat skills, meaning she was swiftly taken care of. The Empire that wasn't our Empire that I keep mentioning, but was the current Empire by name alone, asked for our assistance. They needed able-minded individuals to aid in translating some ancient boo. That's all the information that was given, but I'm sure Senra would spill the proverbial tea around the campfire when she returned. Jay and Tiger loved this news so much they began loving each other. But like any job for a non-self-employed person, love was quickly turned to realism by somebody higher up. In this case, the Empire wanted to entertain themselves a little more by testing their latest version of a nightclub fog machine on our claimed region. 19 days worth of fog was more than okay with our colony if it meant they were able to further escape tribal militarism, so we gave Consul Parsos our permission to begin testing. Uh-oh, the notification came through that man-eating animals had targeted the 4 remaining colonists. But what many-legged combatant would we be facing this time? It was actually pebble mitts. Little hermit crabbos. Squash-worthy mini crab sticks. Oh, watch out though. He brought his big brother along for the slaughter. Can't even say that we would have seafood on the menu tonight, since scaria would mean that the yummy parts were not edible. Oh well, I guess I would have to eradicate a bloodline for the first time, haha.
Oh, here we go. I'm taking point. I've got your back. Need backup. Need support now. Covering. Eyes on enemy. Contact. On me. Go, go, go. Oh, sod it. Oh, crap. Get back. Got one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
A local hare caught a strong case of FOMO, so decided to show Tiger that she was not the queen of the jungle. But like the tortoise and the hare, our close cousin to the rabbit was not meant for victory. Hoylock had returned, but in a far different way to the previous encounter. Fortunately for us, Squeeze was no Targaryen or Velaryon, instead more of a giddy in the way they fell out of the sky. We captured her in the hopes of eventually recruiting her to our cause instead of the Path of Power. Even still, better than a Path of Plague, which our fluffy friends were now currently forced on. But the scales of balance became even since Anton was wowed by our beautiful new home, and he was followed by salesmen desperate to meet quota. We gathered round the campfire since Senra had returned and wished to share new knowledge with other members. We then built some shooting targets, because it's always better to take out daily frustrations on a cloth mannequin rather than your closest neighbour.
I'm your host, Killer Keemstar.
And what's even better than that? Well, shooting people who believe they can take anything they want from whoever they want, of course, which the gas lineup was glad to provide us with. A foul stench resembling flatulence took over the air. I at first thought the smell came from your mother, but she was nowhere to be seen. And besides, I personally saw her showering earlier. I saw her going in while me and your dad were No, this stank came from the 3 hunk fanboys that were currently preparing to show us their most recent fan theories and give reasons as to why it had been 2 months since they had last had a wash, despite their efforts and tactics of executing a pincer maneuver.
I'm in position. I'm ready. Bring up. Firing. I'm getting pounded here. Need help. Engaging. Help. Back up. Pull yourself together, son.
They clearly only had keyboard fingers since their trigger finger disappeared as soon as shit hit the fan. The PTSD for what happened on our last attempt was still at the forefront of my mind, so when 3 air quote desperate refugees were requesting shelter, I swiftly dismissed them. I'm not sure why Randy had some obsession with the pink nutsack monsters, but he threw more in our general direction. Like a fully functioning sexual organ, lefty and righty dove headfirst into our colony's ranged attacks. It didn't take much for us to clarify that we are not in fact needing any replacements as of yet, so we made Anton go and pay his dues for being allowed to bunk with our faithful eldritch boys and girls. We designated some more roles to our ideology and began construction of our place of, well, not prayer, more like demonic chanting? Our place of demonic chanting, allowing our colonists to hopefully survive for another day.